The NWO will go down in history as one of the most fun yet controversial times in wrestling history. Welcome back, everyone. This is Jason. Uh, this is my next video in the series of reviewing the network's series on the Monday Night Wars, uh, WCW versus WWE. What? I'm trying to do a video here. What do you want me to read this? Let's read this. All right, is this gonna take long? Because I'm trying to do something here. All right, whatever. We'll make this quick. This just in. Brodus. This just in. Spoiler alert. Brodus Clay has just joined TNA. What? Get out of here. Sorry about that. All right. Back to this. The NWO. The rise of NWO. The description of the video reads, an industry icon's transformation propels Nitro to prominence and forever changes sports entertainment history. Uses some big words in there. So yeah, this is a time infamous in wrestling history, dealing with people jumping from company to company, and the big heel turn of Hulk Hogan. This all went down in '96. First, they talk about how with Hogan and Savage and some of those guys going to WCW, some of the younger guys in the WWF at the time were getting, a bigger push. Says Razor Ramon was a 4-time IC champ, and Diesel was the WWF champ at the time. So these guys are doing really good. They're pushing their next generation. And then, of course, next is how Ted Turner, he's throwing his money around. Eric Bischoff tries to contact Scott Hall and Nash and saying how he wants him to come over, and they offer him the big contract. And what's nice about all this is while they're showing the old footage and all this stuff, they actually have newer interviews with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall put in here. Especially nice. I mean, some of the stuff with Nash is a few years older, because there's actually footage of him with shorter hair and with longer hair talking about the situation. But the great part is that they included Scott Hall in this for these interview segments, talking about it. Really, really great to see him. It's nice to put the guys that were involved in it along with Hogan. Hogan's in it too. It's nice to have all three of these guys currently talking about things back then. It adds something to it. It's not just some guy voicing over old footage of the stuff. Then they go on to say how the WWF was getting so cartoonish with their characters and the clowns and the garbage men and the hillbillies and all that, and how WCW, with this whole invasion angle of Hall and Nash, was more like reality television. You had to tune in. You didn't know what was going to happen next. And that was brilliant for that time. I really give Eric Bischoff a lot of credit for doing that. Easy, Shadow. Easy. Um, got my buddy sitting here. And over the course of 6 weeks leading up to July of 1996 was the climax of all this whole invasion angle of Hall and Nash invading WCW and the war and everything. And Bash at the Beach, Hogan turns heel, the infamous, leg drop on Savage, and then it shows all the old footage of Okerlund and everybody in the ring getting completely pegged with garbage. And man, that's you haven't seen anything like that in a long time. And I hate to say it, looking at all this old footage, man, I really think I really think we're due for a shakeup. We really are, and this is all, stuff for another video. But man, thinking about with Heyman trying to turn Cena heel, because Cena is the Hulk Hogan of this era, with the the prayers and the vitamins and the whatever. It's the same as the hustle, loyalty, and respect. And man, if Cena turned heel, or formed a new NWO with some newer guys under him, man, that that would really shake things up. I think they really need to do something like that now more than ever. But anyways, back to this. Sorry, just wanted to quick spit that out. Um, Going on to now September of '96, talking about how um, the WWF, was really upset about this. They were really hurt that this whole invasion angle, and they were, not outright using the names of Ramon and Diesel, but the characters were there. So they tried to sue them, and when that didn't work, um, they they talked about giving uh, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, bigger contracts to stick around, because they kept announcing that Razor Ramon and Diesel were going to show up on Raw, and then they came out. This is one of the funniest parts of this particular episode. They show the old stuff of Razor, the fake Razor Ramon, and the fake Diesel come out to the the music and stuff, and the crowd is just not liking it. They're just boo. They're booing them, and JR said it best for this little segment here. He said it was like a fart in church. Oh, that's priceless. Oh, yeah. It just, stunk up the place. And then it talks about how it was then revealed that Eric Bischoff was behind this. He was the mastermind of all this, and he joined them because everyone else was joining them. They had Six, who is formerly the 1-2-3 Kid, or X-Pac, whatever you want to call him. He joined them. The Giant joined them. Ted DiBiase, Virgil, everybody and anybody, either associated with the WWF formerly, or anybody who was insignificant in the back wanted a piece of this, because boom, all of a sudden you're relevant again. If you're with the NWO, you come out and you're part of the crew. You're somebody. And you tuned in every week to see, oh, is someone else going to turn? What's going to happen now? And that was what was exciting back then. And then it wraps up the episode by talking about from 97 to 98 that the WWF finally finally found their cojones and introduced the Attitude Era, and finally started to shake things up. create the new characters. They formed, Degeneration X, got the Rock, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, things like that that really shook up this time period of wrestling to help them compete against the WCW. So that was it. It just showed how it all started back from 90 through most of the 96 and the 97, how this time period created some incredible television. Great episode. I've got some catching up to do. I'll be doing more soon. I did my preview of Night of Champions early. I'm glad I did, because if I would have done it after this last episode of Raw, I wouldn't have even been in the mood to do a preview, because put it this way, in my opinion, be watching these these Monday Night War specials is 10 times more interesting than what's going on in the current television. That's not to say it's not going to get better. I'm hoping it is, but until something great happens at the pay-per-view, just less than a week from now, I'll be filling up my time with trying to catch up on these videos. They just did the Mick Foley and the Bret Hart one, so yeah, I've got a few to catch up on, 3 or 4, but yeah, these are so fun to watch. Like I said when I started this, this is the main reason why I bought the network, was to see this series, the Monday Night Wars, to educate myself, because I missed out on so much of this. I really did, Great television. It's like I feel like a kid again. No, not quite, but it is a blast watching this, because it was great television. All right, so that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys. See you for the next one real soon.